A high-end corporate atrium is a multi-million-dollar architectural asset. These facilities are engineered with premium materials meant to perform and look immaculate for decades. Yet, when it comes to maintaining these environments, facility management often falls into a predictable trap. They categorize commercial cleaning as a simple, low-priority operational expense, frequently awarding contracts to the lowest bidder. The consequence of that mindset goes unnoticed at first. Franchise cleaners rely on generic one-size-fits-all protocols. Over time, those aggressive chemical solutions actively degrade high-end flooring, custom glass, and specialized fabrics. To measure the actual financial impact, we have to stop looking at day-to-day cleaning invoices and start modeling the facility's life cycle over a 10-year horizon. This split-screen diagram maps out a 10-year financial ledger. The line on the top graph represents standard cleaning costs, a low, flat operational expense. But suddenly, that line spikes into massive red peaks. These are unexpected capital expenditures, the heavy cost of replacing degraded materials years before their engineered lifespan. Now look at the bottom graph. This maps an alternative model, preservation OpEx. By investing in a slightly higher, standardized level of bespoke care, those red spikes disappear. The necessity for material replacement is pushed far out to the right, yielding a drastically lower total cost over the decade. This operational paradigm is called asset preservation. It abandons basic, reactive maintenance in favor of proactive, localized lifecycle extension. True facility management minimizes the total cost of ownership by treating surface care as an actuarial science. You defer massive capital expenditures entirely through strategic preservation. The commercial cleaning industry operates under a persistent misconception that the harshest, most toxic chemicals guarantee the highest level of hygiene. In reality, industrial bleach and ammonia cause steady mechanical failure. Every application slowly strips the protective seals off custom flooring and etches away the finish on specialty glass. Here is a microscopic cross-section of a porous surface, like marble. Jagged red harsh chemicals repeatedly strike the surface, slowly eroding the top protective layer. Instead, the Royala standard uses tailored chemistry profiles. These bespoke solutions lift debris away without degrading the underlying structural layer. For high-level sanitization, Royala utilizes a specific technological solution, the force of nature system. This schematic flowchart breaks down how the technology works. 3 simple inputs, salt, water, and vinegar, pass through an electrolysis node, outputting an EPA-registered sanitizer molecule. This electrolyzed solution eliminates 99.9% of pathogens, while leaving behind 0 corrosive byproducts. This allows the system to meet the strict clinical standards required by medical facilities, completely avoiding the introduction of toxic fumes or the slow degradation of medical-grade surfaces. The absence of corrosive agents ties directly back to our financial model. By eliminating chemical damage, this approach yields a 25% or greater extension in material lifespans. Upgrading your facility's chemistry from generic corrosives to tailored electrolyzed solutions takes a recurring depreciation expense and turns it into a measurable extension of asset life. Every commercial space shares a primary directive. It must function as a perfectly frictionless environment for revenue generation, whether that means maximizing patient throughput in a clinic or sustaining productivity in a corporate headquarters. When rigid, franchise model cleaning schedules interfere with those primary business activities, it creates immediate operational friction with real financial costs. Look at this 24-hour workflow Gantt chart. Standard cleaning blocks overlapping with peak hours create flashing red downtime zones. Royala's bespoke scheduling slides these blocks into off hours, creating an uninterrupted, green optimized workflow, while a 24/7 emergency response badge locks into place. This level of reliability requires the operational peace of mind that comes from working with a fully bonded, insured, and family-owned team. A dedicated local infrastructure builds an inherent level of accountability and trust. That stands in stark contrast to the high staff turnover and unreliability frequently associated with standard franchise operations. Bespoke scheduling and rigorous staff accountability act as critical risk mitigation strategies. They actively protect your facility's revenue-generating capacity. Beyond internal operations and material longevity, The overall condition of your facility dictates external perception and brand equity. In high-stakes environments like executive suites, critical medical offices, and financial institutions, the psychology of the first impression carries immense weight. Clients subconsciously evaluate a firm's overarching competence, precision, and attention to detail based solely on the pristine condition of their physical environment. This side-by-side layout charts the resulting brand impact. On the left, standard maintenance flaws like smudged glass and dusty vents point directly to a decreasing brand trust metric. On the right, a pristine, immaculate architectural detail drives an elevated client confidence score. To achieve that confidence score, Royala applies the white glove standard of the high-end hospitality industry directly to commercial properties. This rigorous attention to detail, from dust-free atriums to spotless high-tech glass, physically reinforces the premium positioning of the business operating within that space. A pristine physical environment is tangible proof of a brand's excellence. It turns the aesthetic maintenance of a facility into a direct driver of long-term property and brand valuation. Treating commercial cleaning as a basic budget line expense is a false economy. It drains your resources through hidden capital expenditures and persistent operational friction. This diagram outlines the foundational axioms of the asset preservation model. 3 pillars rise: longevity, health, and prestige. These merge together, forging a solid total ROI shield, representing a superior return on investment. This premier service model is available specifically to corporate and medical facilities across the Central Florida region, including Volusia and Seminole counties. Take a thorough look at your current facility management approach. Ask yourself if you are merely cleaning your buildings or actively preserving your investments. To implement the Royala standard in your facility, visit royalaservices.com today. In the high-stakes world of commercial real estate, your first impression is your business, and asset preservation is the ultimate operational imperative.